Uh, excuse me. Hello, everyone. This is Sonia from Sonia's Creations, and it's been a long time since I've recorded a video, and I thought I would just kind of give you a catch up on what's been going on in my life the last uh, probably 4 or 5 months since I've been on. Uh, my sister and I have opened up a store in the next little town down in Rogersville. Um, it's on the historic old Main Street. It's very, very old Main Street. A lot of the buildings have been revitalized, and there are very nice shops in there. And so I had run out of room at home, and so my sister had lost her job back around Thanksgiving, not due to the pandemic, but due to poor management of the company. So she needed somewhere to work, and I needed some help, and combined, we have about 90 years of sewing experience. So she can run just about any sewing machine that's made, and if she's never run it before, she can figure it out. So she's the one that does our quilting. Um, got a brand new quilting machine about 2 weeks ago. Um, well, I guess it's been closer to 3 weeks ago now. Um, Sorry about the noise. I live on a main thoroughfare from, well, that way is Huntsville, that way is Memphis. So it's a 4 lane, and everybody trying to get to work. It's a little after 6 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, and so it may be a little noisy. Um, but we opened up the store. It's called Sonia's Creations. Since I had the reputation and was well known, we went. That's what she wanted to go with that name. But also, we have this summer has been hectic with going on trips, taking the grandkids on trips, and things like that. Plus, both of us, my sister and I both, have a daughter that we're expecting a baby this summer. And my little grandson was born on June the 17th, and my sister's little grandson was born on July the 22nd. So, we've had that going on. And but the store's doing well. We have got we do custom embroidery. We have quilting services for the public. We have fabric, and half of the store is like gift items. Baby newborn gowns, really really nice newborn gowns. We have let's see, robes for new mothers with matching little girl gowns. And then we have some really cute little boy stuff, and we have candles. We have 3 different companies that we get candles from. We have some unique toy, well, kind of old-fashioned toy options. We have purses, backpack, diaper bags, um, and we also have our quilts in the store. And then the other half is fabric. The other side of the store is fabric. And the store is really nice. It's really pretty. It's fun to go in and see what we have. We have some bath products. We have some bath salts. We have some bath bombs. We have some artisan soaps. Just a nice variety of things. But we have decided, it started this morning, we've run an ad in the paper, and we're going to have a 50% off clearance sale on all of the gift items. Not on fabric, not on the quilts, but on the gift items. We're going to have 50% off clearance sale and clear that stuff out. We want to be we have decided to be a specialty store and offer quilting fabrics, quilting tools, thread, that sort of thing. Because there's not anything like that in a pretty big radius around us. So we want to start carrying Moda and Riley Blake and Michael Miller and some of the higher end quilting fabrics. And we'll still do the custom embroidery. We'll still make the memory quilts for people. We'll still do custom quilts for people. We'll still be doing uh, the quilting for people. People can bring in their own quilts. We'll quilt those, and so we're staying really busy. But last Monday, let's see, that would have been August the 2nd. I was sitting here at home with my husband, and I had brought home some t-shirt quilts to cut out at home. I like to cut out the t-shirt quilts at home. I like to set my ironing board up and down at table level, get them ironed and cut and stacked up like I wanted them. And I can watch TV, and I can go and get me a drink, and I can stop and do something else. But last Monday, my husband was cutting the grass, and I was in the house, and I thought, I haven't had anything to eat today. So, I'm going to, I made some pinto beans and Mexican cornbread on Sunday, and I thought, I'm going to heat me up a little bowl of pinto beans with my Mexican cornbread muffins, and eat that, and then continue cutting out my t-shirt quilt. Well, I ate it. It wasn't very much, just a small bowl. And about 30 minutes later, I started having this pain like right down my esophagus. And I've been having a lot of trouble with my esophagus for the last several years due to scar tissue buildup from having 6 C-spine surgeries. Over a period of a few years, I had 6 surgeries, and there's a lot of, they went in 4 times in the front and 2 times in the back. And I have a lot of scar tissue. So I thought that it was related to that, or it could be indigestion. And I was in the house by myself, me and the 2 little dogs, Jack and Rudy. And all of a sudden, the pain just got more intense and more intense. Still thinking indigestion, but it just got worse and worse and worse, to the point that I was just trembling all over, and I was kind of got weak in the knees. I just got feeling really bad. So I come on the porch. I got my husband's attention. I just went like this 2 times, a couple times. Didn't say anything, just like that. He come in the house. When he come in the house, I was sitting in his recliner, and I was sweating profusely. I mean, just sweat just pouring all over me. And I was panting, and because I was in so much pain. So he come in, he's like, "This is call an ambulance." And I was like, no, because at that moment, I absolutely did not feel like being transported anywhere or loaded up in his vehicle and going anywhere. Nothing. I just wanted to sit still. I was hurting so bad. So I told him, I said, go get me the bathroom garbage can. So I got sick, and I thought, okay, I'll feel better now. Well, I did feel better somewhat, but the rest of the evening, I still had quite a bit of pain. Still didn't chalk it up to anything. The warning signs were there, still didn't chalk it up to anything. And then I went to bed Monday night. I had a board meeting. I'm on the board of directors at the Senior Center and Community Center here in my area, and I had a meeting that night. But I never missed a meeting. Never been late for a meeting. But that night I sent one of them a message that I would not be there, that I was not feeling well. So the next morning, Tuesday morning, I got up and I felt good. But I didn't go to work, and up on my husband and my sister's insistence, I did make an appointment with our nurse practitioner. Our nurse practitioner is someone we have known for a lot of years. He was a paramedic with my husband, but he went back to school and became a nurse practitioner, and we really like him and think a lot of him and his wife both. And I went to see him I think my appointment was at like 1:20, but I was a little late because his office is on the other end of the county. So I got down there and did an EKG. The EKG, of course, wasn't perfect, but it was good. It was, not scary. But my blood pressure was. My blood pressure was very high. So I he said, I think you probably have a esophageal hernia, and that would present the same way as a heart attack. He said, but just be on the safe side, I'm going to do some blood work. So he did some blood work, and I went to work on Wednesday. I felt good on Wednesday, and wasn't tired or wasn't feeling bad. And I went to work on Wednesday, and my sister was there with her little granddaughter. The big sister to the little grandson that was born not quite 3 weeks ago now, and so she had her work with her because her daughter had a C-section and wasn't able to pick the little girl up. So she had brought her out to work with her. And I don't know if you've ever tried to sew with young children in a shop before, but it's just about impossible. So I said, well, go on, take her home. My sister only lives, the way a crow flies, is not probably a quarter of a mile. But where a dog trots, it's about a half a mile. And I said, just take her on home, put her down for a nap, blah, blah, blah. She said, well, when her daddy gets home, I'll be back. I said, okay. I said, and I had a lot of embroidery to get on the machine, a lot of things I was trying to get done. And I was minding my own business, doing my work, felt good. And the phone rang. And it was my nurse practitioner. And he said, Sonia, I've got your lab work back, and your troponin count is the highest I've ever seen. I've never gotten back a lab results with a troponin count this high. Troponin, whatever how you say it. Some people say T count, I guess, but he said, I need you to get ready, go to the emergency room right now. I said, I can't wait till I close this door because I'm here by myself. He said, no, I want you to go right now. He said, just leave and go. They'll be waiting on you. I'm going to call in a report down there. They're going to be waiting on you. He said, I just would feel better if you went on down there. I was like, okay. So I was scared to death. I said, will you call my husband? He said, yeah, but he didn't tell me he had already called. He had already called my husband, but called him first. So I locked the door, told to call my sister. She said, don't wait on me. Just lock the door, and I'll be up there in a few minutes. She said, do you need me to go with you? And I said, no, because I knew she had her hands full with the baby. So I got ready. I drove myself took me about 25 minutes to get to the hospital. Went in. They were not waiting on me. I called my daughter-in-law. My husband was in Tuscaloosa, and it's sort of complicated for him to get home. It's not but about a 2 hour 15-minute trip, but he has to find somebody to replace him, and can't leave the city uncovered. They work out of the veterans hospitals in Tuscaloosa, so he couldn't leave his position uncovered. So it took him a little while to get home. But I called my daughter-in-law. She's an RN, and she said, I'll be right there. So she got there before they called me back, and she had to come from Columbia, Tennessee. And I think it took about an hour and a half, and I was still sitting in the waiting room when she got there. So they weren't waiting on me, and it totally ignored me for an hour and a half. So when she got there, it wasn't long, they called me back, went through triage, all of that. So I'm back out in the waiting room, sit out there for a little while, and they called me back. So they called me back, and the ER doctor, which we've known for a lot of years, come in there and seen me and done some more blood work, checked my troponin. I don't know if you know what troponin count, I think I'm saying that right, is a enzyme that shows muscle damage, particularly in the heart. And they check that blood work to see if you've had a heart attack, or, a lot of times they can find out that you've had a heart attack, you didn't know you had a heart attack, but they find it in your blood work. But I had a full-fledged, out-and-out heart attack. So I went down, and I finally got back into the ER, saw the doctor, and he said, we're going to run some more blood work. Well, they ran more blood work, and the troponin count had come down, which that's what it's supposed to do after a cardiac event. It's supposed to, start going down. So it had started going down. So there's no telling what my troponin count would have been Monday if I went to the emergency room on Monday. There's no telling what it would have been on Monday. But by this was Wednesday, so it had started going down, and so they told me you need to go to the cath lab tomorrow. So the doctor, the cardiologist that was on call is a very popular one, and she's very known for being very good at what she does. So she came in and seen me, and the hospitalator, whatever they call these doctors that are, you don't know them, they don't know you, but they can admit you, and they're the only ones that can dismiss you from the hospital. But I don't know, you don't know them, you've never seen them before. So he came in and told me I was a great candidate for the cath, that I was not weak and tired and sick, and that I was a great candidate for a for to have put stents in my heart. So they admitted me, and the cardiologist came in, told me that everything would be great, no big deal, told me what that's going to do, and they did it. On the next morning, they came and got me about 11 a.m. Took me to the echo lab, did a heart echo, and then took me into the cath lab, and where they went in through my wrist, just tiny little spot. Well, I'm black right there too. That tiny little spot right there. They went in with a catheter, strung it up my arm, across my chest, into my heart. Very in a very non-evasive, basically. Didn't wasn't a big deal. Just kind of left me marked up with black, but I'm black on that one too, and I've still got gummy stuff from all my IVs and stuff. I've washed and washed and washed, but this wrist is black too, and I'm not sure why it's black, because they didn't do anything over there. Must have bumped it or something. And but they did the 2 stents, and I went back to my room, had a restless evening, and because I'm not a good patient, I'm a horrible patient. And the next morning, visiting hours were at 10, and by the time visiting hours rolled around, that my husband could get there, they had me discharged. And they let me walk, not ride the wheelchair, but they let me walk out of the hospital with instructions that I'm cannot take a bath, cannot go swimming. I don't swim anyway, but can't take a bath, can't wash dishes, anything that would require me to have my hands in soaking water, can't do that. So 5 days is almost up that I can start using this hand again. They should pretend like it was broken, and that I could use it again in about 5 days. But that's what's been going on in my life. I went to work yesterday. I worked a few hours, got tired, and came home. And then I'm going to go back to work today, and I'm going to work till I can. And then when I get tired, I'm going to have to come home and hit the couch again. So, anyway, that's what's been going on with me. And I will be doing some more videos, but it has just been a tremendously busy year with babies and heart attacks and opening up a new business and just got a lot of work done on my house. I'm sitting on my front porch and got a lot of work done on our house. But just give you a little update on what's been going on with me. And everything is great now. I feel great. I just get a little tired. I get tired pretty fast. But I have noticed some differences in the way I feel. I don't wake up in the mornings with my arms numb anymore. I don't wake up in the mornings with my fingers so swell that I can't make a fist. My legs don't bother me as bad. It's just a whole lot of things that I've noticed in the last few days, different from pre-heart attack to post-heart attack. So that's what's been going on. And I appreciate all the new subscribers. Great. Really like that. May make a video of the store so you can see what it looks like. Wish you would come and see me at the store. But I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. And I've gotten a lot of subscribers since my last video. So, maybe get some more videos done and some more how-to videos and that sort of thing. My number one video, I think, is the memory pillow. The fabric Easter baskets is up there in the top three. But I've gotten a lot of calls on the memory pillows. I've made patches for people all across the United States for their memory pillows. And I've even got calls from Canada to make their patches for their memory pillows. So, really appreciate that. And so, I may go back in and lay down for a little while before I have to go to work. May go in there and do some laundry and, get some things done before I go to work. I don't know. I'm not tired. I'm not sleepy. And I'm not a morning person. Never have been a morning person my entire life. But I woke up this morning about 15 to 4 when my husband was getting ready to go to work. And I'm truly alone now. Haven't been alone in over a week. And he has gone back to work. And I'm hoping and praying that he doesn't have to get called to come home. It's only been a few times, like handful of times in our 25 years that I've had to call him to come home. I don't like to do that, but he got to work about 11 hours last week before he had to leave and come home and take care of my situation. So thank you all so much. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and hit that thumbs up if you found this video useful or entertaining in any way. I can't imagine how entertaining it could possibly be with having, with just announcing that I had a heart attack. But I'm doing good, so, anyway, thank you all so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.